Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Sin on the Chat. My name is Sin. Today I want to talk about this guy, DJ Kid. His real name is Jason Pope, right? So this dude, sure you guys probably heard about it because it made the news a little while ago and it kind of circulated the media for a bit, but it was just like a quick story. Nobody's followed up on it really. Nobody's expounded on the topic or discussed any of the details. But this guy from Florida was going around giving a bunch of women and young girls and minors AIDS, right? This guy had AIDS for at least since 2011, according to the reports, and was sleeping with all of these women. I mean, to the point where he was like on Facebook posting about how many bodies he has. And like, you know, people usually refer to bodies when they kill someone, and that's pretty much what he was doing. These were bodies to him because he's pretty much killing these women if he is infecting them with AIDS, right? So when you look at his Facebook post, he says, I got 693 bodies. What about you? You know how scary that is? To know that this motherfucker has AIDS and he slept with that many women? Let that sink in for a second. 693 women this man has slept with and has AIDS. Crazy. So let me get right to the reports. I'm gonna break down the timeline for you a little bit. So he was arrested in August of this year. He was charged with multiple counts of human trafficking, criminal sexual misconduct, criminal sexual assaults, prostitution, kidnapping, sex with minors, and all of the above, okay? In 2011, a young girl went to the hospital and reported that she had sex with him and that she believed he had AIDS. This was in 2011. She was 13 years old, by the way. 13-year-old girl. Okay? Now, it doesn't say what happened, if anything was followed up on or whatever, but this is now mentioned in the report. Why was this guy allowed to run around from 2011 to 2019 and infect all of these women down in Florida is beyond me, right? He had a neighbor that said that he knew something was suspicious. He saw him in and out with multiple girls, with tons of girls, young girls and everything. He knew something was weird. I mean, hello, yeah, something's weird. He got 600 and something broads coming out in and out of here, and a lot of them are minors. Yeah, something's weird, right? Why didn't anybody step in and put a stop to this sooner? How did they let this man go on for that long and give all of these women HIV and AIDS? Now, that's to assume that a lot of them contracted it, because when you look at when you look at his Facebook post, I mean, it's sickening. It is sickening because he has pictures with multiple girls and women. And some of them are repeat. Like some of them are in a lot of pictures with him. Like they've had like an ongoing relationship with this guy throughout the years, right? A lot of the same women. And I guess what's mind-boggling is that it wasn't being communicated, or the word wasn't being spread about him having AIDS, or the girls just didn't care that, you know, he was posting all of these pictures with all of these women, or maybe some of these women were engaging in prostitution, you know, and so they were okay with him posting all of these sexual pictures with them. Like there's pictures of him laying down, grabbing girls' asses, girls in panties and bras, and he's making out with them. Is It is disturbing. And well, you can, and this is something also for parents to pay attention to, because, and why we as parents, we have to do more to teach our children better, right? Because this guy, he was a DJC, and he posted a lot of pictures with celebrities. And he has pictures with celebrities, and he was doing promotions and things like that. So maybe there were a lot of young girls who were impressed by that and thought, oh, I want to be in the loop, or I want to go to this party, or, if I sleep with him, maybe he'll get me into this club, because a lot of them were underage. Who knows? But I'm sure he was definitely using that for clout and to win a lot of girls over, right? Like, he's a complete sleazeball, a complete dirtbag. And so we, sometimes it doesn't matter how good of a parent or how good of a job you do as a parent. Sometimes, kids will be kids, and they'll do what they think, is right, or they'll do what the hell they want to do, no matter what you tell them. Some kids will stray, some kids will think that they know better than you. But it is important to instill in our children that, their worth, and show them their self-esteem, and, or reinforce their level of self-esteem, or boost their self-esteem, so that guys like this can't come in and try to impress them with celebrities and money pics and things like that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this guy, what he was doing was, he was in an area where it was probably impoverished, and he looks like he was targeting, it looked like women who didn't have much, by what they wore, and things like that. You could tell, like, these women probably didn't have much. And as a lot of people who engage in prostitution and things of that nature, it is people who are poor, right? Those are the targets of pimps and sex trafficking and things like that, are like young girls who are runaways, young girls who don't have relationships with their parents, women who are poor, or who just have tore down self-esteems and things like that. So he was definitely preying on these women. And another thing that I noticed was, on his post, he would have all of these giveaways. So he'd have giveaways, and he'd say, oh, which lucky female wants to win $300 this week? Or which lucky female wants to win tickets to such and such's concert? And the crazy thing about it is, like, usually when there's a giveaway, when a DJ is doing a giveaway, or let's say a radio station is doing a giveaway, it's not gender specific. It's not like, oh, which guy or which woman, you know what I mean? Usually it's just like, who's going to be the lucky winner to win tickets to go to Powerhouse? You know what I'm saying? So that, all of these things are real telling on his post, and it's just really scary, and it's just really sickening. And hopefully this motherfucker never sees the light of day again, right? Because, I mean, he's been doing this, at least, as it's been recorded, has been since 2011. Why somebody, and I'm not advocating violence, but as a parent, if my child, if I got wind that my child was sexually assaulted or something happened, like, we're going to make some moves. Like, we're going to strategize, and we're going to plan something, and we're going to take care of this. All right? Like, we're not just letting that slide. So I don't know why this guy was just allowed to, like, sleep with all of these women and possibly infect all of these women for all of these years. I mean, that is some really sick shit. You look at his pictures, he doesn't even smile at any of his pictures. He looks like a nasty, downtrodden dude. Like, he just looks creepy. He's in all these dirty ass motel rooms, dirty ass little bedrooms. Some of the beds don't even have sheets on them. Like, he just looked gross. And with these poor girls, like, it's sickening. And hopefully he never sees the light of day again, because that motherfucker, that monster needs to be put away for the rest of his life and possibly even executed. I'm not sure what the laws are when it comes down to that, but you know, shouldn't this be considered like murder? Right? Like there needs to be like a law written for, you know, people who sleep with people knowing that they have AIDS and, you know, and HIV. Like, it's more than assaulting someone. That's potentially killing someone. That is taking someone's life before their time. Like before someone is like due to die a natural death. Like we never know the due date of when someone dies of a natural death, but we assume it's always to be around 80, you know, in your 80s and your 70s, around there. Some people longer. And I know a lot of people are living a long time with AIDS and HIV, but who wants to live with that shit? Nobody wants to live with that. Nobody, you know, it's not okay. It's not okay. Nobody wants to be sick. So, you know, they need to put his ass away for a long time. And it looks like he had a little girlfriend who was in on it too. There's a little girl on his Facebook post. I'm not going to name her because I'm not sure, but and some of the locals were saying that was his girlfriend. And, you know, they were posting in pics, you know, calling each other's best friends. And they had some, you know, a lot of pics together, and they were doing like promotion stuff together and things like that. And both of their posts, both of their Facebook profiles said that they were in relationships, but neither one stated who they were in a relationship with, right? So I think there might be some truth to them to actually being together. And you know what? If she had knowledge of that, and maybe by now the state of Florida has contacted her and has questioned her, and maybe she's working with the state. That's a possibility. But so if she works with the state, if she is in fact his girlfriend, and she did have knowledge of what was going on, I'm sure she did, because they were both offering money together in mutual posts. Okay, so 100% sure she had knowledge of what was going on, because you just can't. There's no way you're best friends or you're dealing with this guy and you don't see what he's doing, right? And she'll probably testify on behalf of the state, and so she won't be held accountable. But if she doesn't, they need to fry her ass too and charge her too. Anybody who had knowledge of what he was doing or helped him in any way needs to be charged too. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? What are you guys' thoughts? This is a scary world, people. This is a scary world. This is the shit right here that scares me. Right? Like there are people that are so demented and so angry at life and so evil and sadistic that they will set out to harm people, to give people HIV and AIDS, okay? And not give a damn. Right? That is a scary thing. In his mind, he's probably like, I'm fucked anyway. I got AIDS. I'm going to sleep with everybody I can sleep with and give it to everybody. Come on. You know, that's probably his mindset. Right? Because a few of these girls in these reports were afraid that they had contracted AIDS. So that means that he was more than likely sleeping with a lot of them unprotected if they let him. Because what is he going to catch? He has the worst thing that you could possibly get. If he get a little herpes, that ain't nothing. He got AIDS. What else you going to do to him? Right? So, you know, it's just scary. And people, you know, talk to your kids. Be vigilant. Be vigilant of what they're doing on social media. You know, see who they're hanging out with, who they interact with, everything. Because this is a scary world. That 13-year-old girl, that could be anybody's kid. You know what I mean? Like, it's a damn shame. And they don't specify whether or not these women, any of these women or these children actually contracted the AIDS. But I'm sure that will come out at trial. They're probably in the process of testing a lot of these women, you know, whoever they can contact or they can establish that actually slept with him. and then they have to prove that, and it's a lengthy process. And I know that when things like this come up, we get worked up, especially me. Like, I get worked up, and I'm like, charge them, hang them. But there is a legal system that, and you have to respect due process. There is a process through which everything is done. You have to do things right, and we see that the justice system sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, but this is one of those things where you kind of have to trust the process, and hopefully they're able to establish, if he did infect any of these women, which I'm sure he did. Unfortunately, it came from him, and they are able to somehow figure it out and charge him with it. If Florida has, they do have a law that says you do have to tell someone if you are infected with AIDS or HIV, and so hopefully they're able to convict him of that, and hopefully he never gets out, and hopefully he serves. Hopefully they serve him in there too, and they take care of him in there, because that's an awful thing. That is an awful thing to do to people. It's sickening. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Did you guys hear about this? Look it up. His page is on Facebook too. It's Jason Roger Pope is his name. He says he was doing promotions for Def Jam. I'm not sure how true that is, but it's probably one of his other, ways of attracting these young, naive girls and trying to impress these girls by saying he was connected to a record label like Def Jam. Not sure how true that is, but check it out. Look at it. Look at all the pictures. It's disgusting. Let me know your thoughts. Leave your comments below. Like this video, subscribe, and I'm out. But let me know. I want to hear your thoughts on this, because this is pretty disturbing. So anyway, yeah, it's Friday. You're gonna have a good weekend. Everybody take care of yourselves. Whatever you do, protect yourselves out there, because there's some crazy people in this world. All right. So with that being said, I'm out.